Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell notifications to get instant notifications whenever I upload. If it sounds like I'm slightly sick, that is because I was recently cooking and accidentally spilled black pepper all over my kitchen and my food. Almost ruined it, but you know, a bitch like me always fixes the food. So today we're going to talk about something I've actually wanted to talk about for a while because I think it's a topic that isn't really not thought of, because people have done video topics like this, but a topic that I think just needs a lot more conversation and the topic is, does a racist past mean a racist future? So a lot of the celebrities we know and love have had a lot of scandals, predominantly white ones or white passing ones, have had scandals where they've been exposed for extremely racist tweets, racist Tumblrs, racist Snapchats, racist videos, a lot of stuff like that. And a lot of people like to pull out, you know, oh yeah, they were like 17 when they came out with the joke and shit and da 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 da. But to be honest, you know, I don't really vibe with that, because it's like, well, you know, they were 17, but what 17-year-old black person did they hurt by telling them jokes? You know, stuff like that people really just don't think about. But it's a very difficult subject to think about, because not a difficult subject to think about, but a difficult subject to really discuss. Because when you think about it, you know, how much have you personally changed from when you were like 15 and stuff? Everyone, at least in my opinion, well, to be honest, everyone's problematic, period. Everyone's done problematic shit, no matter if it's problematic that you ate meat and vegans don't like you, if it's problematic that, you know, you're a different religion and the Christians don't like you. So everyone's problematic in their own way. I'm a firm believer in that. Personally, my problematic past was ninth to 10th grade. Before I transitioned, I was a full male rights activist. And this is actually the first time I'm admitting it on camera, but I used to be a full male rights activist. And to this day, I will never forgive myself for going on Facebook, sharing so many, just looking back, and I look at myself like, bitch, that doesn't even make sense. But sharing and getting the argument, I got into a full argument with Kat Black, who is one of the coolest, awesomest, most amazing trans people. Like, she's, just, you know what, let's move on from this before I trigger myself. But I used to be problematic. So I definitely understand when people say, you know, we all used to be problematic. However, I think that a racist past doesn't necessarily mean a racist future. I think those racist tendencies might still live in you. When it comes to something like racism, which is a very learned type of behavior, I think that, you know, you kind of don't really unlearn it. You just figure out ways around it. When Camila first got exposed for, you know, her racist tweets in the past, you know, I was like, girl, what the fuck is this? Then she got exposed for calling Normani a nigger. Then she had the whole fucking racist Tumblr. That's when I was full like, okay, Camila, you're fully canceled for this shit. And not just that, just the fact that she didn't even say anything to her fans when they were like fully racially dragging Normani. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, I wasn't even a Fifth Harmony fan. I think I was more of a Little Mix fan, to be honest. You know, Little Mix was awesome. I loved them. But I remember when that whole situation happened and I wasn't even a Little Mix fan, and I was just so disappointed and I felt so disrespected at the fact that they took it wasn't even shade, and I know shade. I can sense all types of shade, okay? Like, trust. I know shade. There was not a single ounce of shade in what Normani said, and the fact that Camila didn't say anything. No, you can't control every single person. It's unrealistic to think so. However, if your fans are literally out here dragging your bandmate, your supposed best friend, you know, because bandmates supposed to be best friends, you should at least say something. Like, be like, hey, can we not drag my best friend and bandmate? You know, I think that would have did something. Yeah, I'm still sniffling because of the black pepper. My bad. But I think that a racist past definitely doesn't mean a racist future, but I do think that racist tendencies still lie within people who've had a racist past. I think that's just something that always is going to happen. The way you are brought up will always affect you. And if you were brought up in a household that had extremely racist stereotypes and just racist, you know, teachings in general, I think that is always going to stick with you. And I think that it really does take a bigger person to be like, hey, I have had racist tendencies in the past. My family taught me this, and this, and I'm trying to learn and change. I think it does take a big person to do that. However, I don't think we're in a society, we live in a society, but I don't think we're in a society to really expose ourselves like that, to be honest. Like, I expose my fucking man rights activists past. Oh god, I just want to forget that shit. Like, you ever just want to like Thanos snap a piece of your life away? That's how I feel with my men rights activists past, TBH. But I think it does take a bigger person to just be like, hey, I have racist tendencies. Was brought up in like a racist household and stuff, and I'm trying to learn, call me out and shit, da 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 da. And I think that sometimes we do need to give a person room to grow. When I made my video about canceling people, and YouTubers that deserve to be canceled like forever, those are people who did or are still doing really horrible shit, like Calvin Guerra, Madam, who else did I have in that video? I don't even remember. Blair White. Like, those are people who constantly do a lot of trash shit, no matter how many times they've come out and apologized, no matter how many times they've been called out on it. And I think that when someone has a racist tweet exposed, honestly, if someone has a racist tweet from 2003, honestly, I must side-eye them, but I don't know if I would literally just go on and cancel them, to be honest. That's not the type of person I am, because I am going to acknowledge that, hey, that was many, many years ago. Is she still having the same behaviors? Or not is she? Are they still having the same behaviors? Are they still showing that they have racial prejudices? Are they pandering to, the Nazi, edgelord audience on YouTube, like certain YouTubers who I don't even have to name them, and you already know who they are. And, sometimes you really do have to look at that, and I think that, we should probably be a little more kind. Not kind, that's definitely not the word, but we should try to be a little more understanding when it comes to people who have had racist tendencies in the past, because a lot of times they are trying to grow and learn. Because I've seen a lot of people, like, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm on TikTok usually 24/7, and I for some reason had a whole on my For You page, a whole thread of people who talked about their racist upbringings and stuff and how they had to unlearn it. And I think that it is something you do need to work through yourself, work through with hella therapists, any person of color, be like, hey, bitch, you sound hella racist. Stop that shit. Like, sometimes you really do just need that person. And I'm not trying to be like a pick me or anything, or like a, Captain Save a racist or anything, but I think that sometimes you do kind of need to definitely not coddle them. Don't coddle them, bitches. Don't coddle them. But people who are actively trying to unlearn and actively trying to just improve their perception on people of color, or really any minority community in general, people who are trying to unlearn their conservative upbringing. And I'm using conservative because conservative would be, anti-LGBT, usually xenophobic, usually racist upbringings. And it's something that they just, kind of need to be like, hey, I'm learning, call me out, but please understand that I'm learning. And that's really about it for this video. There was nothing that really sparked, no situation that really sparked this video, but it was something I thought that, just a discussion I thought I should bring to the table, to be honest. And I definitely want to hear a lot of y'all's opinions. When I say a lot of y'all's opinions, I mostly mean people of color, because this video is mostly directed towards people of color. This is directed towards y'all. I want to hear, if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, please keep it, non-derogatory in the comment section, and we can just have a really nice open discussion about what should we do, and should we help them? Should we cancel people with racist past? Should we, send them death threats? Like, literally, I really just want to hear people of color's, opinions on this situation. And yes, I am a person of color, Puerto Rican and Black, period, Afro-Latina, period. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you get instant notifications whenever I upload. Definitely check out all my social media links in the description below, along with the Twitter of the person that made my gorgeous icon I use in every single video. If you want to know what equipment I use, the equipment is listed in the description below. It is not affiliated, not sponsored. I just show off my equipment because it's cheap. And I know a lot of younger, newer YouTubers are probably looking for equipment that is cheap. So it's all listed in the description below. Literally everything I got from Amazon. Like, and that's on period. And definitely be sure to like this video and check out all my other videos because I make a lot of really good content if you haven't noticed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.